everybody, Blessed Chick here. I'm pretty excited to talk about this review, which is weird considering what it is, but this is the Anytime Menstrual Cup. That's right. It's a period cup. My friend said, "Have you no shame?" Shame? Shame about my body? Shame about the fact that I menstruate every month, that I'm a woman, that this has been occurring to women since the beginning of the human existence, that it occurs in animals, that it shows that your body is healthy and functioning, that you can procreate. Am I ashamed of showing a menstruation cup? No, I am delighted. Why? Because this thing works, and it works good. Out are the days of tampons, which are causing you that TSS, toxic shock syndrome. Pads. Are you kidding me? I remember wearing pads back in middle school. What a joke. What a mess. How disgusting. Pads suck. And tampons are uncomfortable. And I mean, depending on the flow that day, it's like you have one that's too big. It changes. Like you think, oh, in the beginning it's heavy, in the end it's light. No, mine's crazy. Mine just does whatever it wants. But now, with the menstrual cup by Anytime, I can not deal with that anymore. Now, okay, so a lot of women, specifically right now I'm talking about my sister. The other day we were talking about our cervix, and she's like, "What's a cervix?" And I'm like, "You don't know what your cervix is?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "You've never felt your own cervix in your body?" She's like, "No." So, I don't know. Every person is different. Some people don't explore their bodies. I know my body inside and out in the parts that I'm able to get to anyways. I don't know what my guts feel like or whatever. But, so, I'm going to demonstrate what a cervix looks like. It's kind of like this. Some people call it like the tip of a nose, but basically if that's like the back of your vagina right there, and you're like reaching in there and you can feel this like little finger-esque nose type thing, and there's a little opening. It's not that big. It's like a little slit, unless you're like, well, okay, basically whenever you're in labor and the doctor checks to see how dilated you are, what they're doing is they're sticking their hands inside your vagina, feeling for your cervix, and as you prepare to give birth, your cervix hole, which is normally shut like this, it's normally like this. That's normally your cervix. And it opens as you're starting to have a baby. So they stick their fingers in and they can feel, okay, your cervix, you're 2 centimeters dilated. You're 3 centimeters dilated. Like, okay, so anyways, what you do, I'm getting off subject. You take this cup. Obviously, this is the way it's going to go. Your cervix kind of, well, depending on how you're sitting, it's down. But you're going to take this. You're going to take it like this. And you're going to fold it one more time. And now, okay, I mean, some people might be like, "Oh, that's too big to stick inside of me." Well, it's smaller than the girth of an average-sized penis, so it's going to fit in you. It might just be a little uncomfortable getting in there at first. But you're going to stick this up inside right here, and then you're just kind of going to let it go. And it opens up, and you want to make sure that you press it up so that your cervix, you want it to surround your cervix. So there's the cervix, and you want to make sure that there's kind of like a tight seal. It's all, when your cervix hangs down in your body, there's like a ridge around it at the top, the top part of your vagina. So this is going to kind of just latch there, and it's just going to hold itself in place. And, periodically throughout the day, you're going to need to reach up there and grab your little rescue guy and carefully and slowly pull it down out of your body. Do this over the toilet because you don't want to spill blood everywhere. But basically, this little guy's job is to catch your menstrual blood. Some people, they're not going to go for this. They're going to be like, "I'm not doing all that. That's gross." To each their own. You don't have to do that if you don't want. But if you're sick of tampons, if you hate pads, and if you just, not going to do something, and you're going to have your period, which unless you get some kind of surgery or do one of those shots or, that are bad for your body, you're going to have bleeding, and you're going to have to deal with it. So how do I think about this menstruation cup? This thing is awesome. It's reusable. Yes, you can see. It's made out of this body-safe silicone. You just wash it and put it in its little secret pouch, and wait until next month till you need it again. So how do I rate this product? I rate it 5 stars. I would recommend it to every single woman that I know that gets a cycle because it's so much better. And guess what? You know how expensive tampons are? Now you don't have to buy them anymore. And you know what? Yeah, sure, if you want to be extra safe, put a panty liner down when you're wearing it. But so far, I've experienced no leakage and no overflow with this cup. So, I love it. It's awesome. Yeah. It's great.